How you doing, guys? Today I am just prepping the Rugg for the new tractor season, 2023, small engine season if you want to call it. And the first thing we need to do is change the oil on the engine. So with that, this video is about what a pain in the neck that process is. Starting right off and diving right in, we take a look at where the drain plug is. And as you can see, it is not in a user-friendly position, just like every other Rugg aspect. Drain plug's right there. That nut and bolt is for the engine plate to be bolted to the actually the slide bracket, which bolts to the frame. So you can't really, even if I took this nut out of the way, the bolt is still sticking up through the plate. So just in a really bad spot. You pop the oil plug, drain plug off, everything, it gets coated everywhere. So we got to get the deck off in order to kind of minimize the mess and make it easier to clean, because if the oil drains down in between the plate and the frame rail here, it goes on the top of the mower deck and you can't get in there to clean any of that up. So it's just easiest to take the deck off, make sure none of the belts or anything like that gets oil on it. So that's number one. Number two, we'll go ahead and I'll put up a screenshot of the inside of one of these oil pans, and we'll talk about how certain reasonable thought processes won't work. But until then, let's go ahead, let's get the mower deck off. Taking a look underneath, there's nothing out of the ordinary. That doesn't look like there's any material oil leaks or grease leaks or anything to that effect. So I'm real happy about that. There is a little bit of an engine oil leak because this particular stud was just covered in oil, and I'll show you on the mower deck that there's oil. I'm pretty sure it's coming from the pan gasket somewhere up in there, because you can see that there's oil that's traveling down and kind of puddling right at the base of the motor. The other thing I noticed, which was a little bit unfortunate, is that this NOS tank had a little bit of weepage right here. Now I don't know where that might have come from, but if it's the tank weeping, that would really suck, seeing that was an NOS tank. But it is what it is. Just to reconfirm that things look fairly good on the Rugg since I've put it all together and driven around. As I said, there's some oil around that particular bolt, but all the rest of it is clean. There's no oil or major mess on top where anything would drip or is going to get caught on the mower deck. It just has a lot of belt material. I'll just clean all that up before I put it back together. So, all right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about how this is a pain in the neck. Okay, so this is what the oil pan looks like from its interior. The tall thing sticking up on the right-hand side is actually the oil fill, and right below it is the drain. Now, inside this motor, you can see that there's all these baffles in the oil pan. Well, if you kind of look, the smaller stand that's sticking up on the left-hand side, that's for the camshaft. Obviously the big center stand is for the crankshaft. And you can see that there's baffles surrounding all of that. Some of them are straight across, some of them are at a diagonal or triangular shape. But one thing you will notice is there's no direct, really direct way that the oil can be drained out of the pan from the camshaft area on the left all the way to the oil drain on the right. So tipping the engine a little bit to the right, that's not going to work, because just north or just above where that drain hole is inside the oil pan, there's a triangular baffle. So the oil would pool in that upper right-hand corner if I tipped the tractor to the right a little bit, thus increasing the flow out of the oil pan and also putting the oil drain, which is on the right-hand side, in a more direct way to an oil drain pan. Really, it's not a stupid design because it's what's, those baffles is what controls the oil within the motor, but really bad design when you're trying to drain the oil out of a tractor or a lawnmower, which has all sorts of things in the way of the oil drain travel. So as you can see, I warmed up the oil. The oil is about 100 degrees. It's warm enough. But I got my little tinfoil trough trying to land it in the pan. It's gonna leak all over the damn place. There's no way around it. I do have the drain plug finger loose, so that way we can, you know what, I should probably get some paper towels just in the event we have a major league issue. So let's get a couple paper towels. Let's get those ready. All right, we got them. They're right there. We'll put them right here on the seats. That way there. All right, and then we just kind of go like this, and it's open sesame. Unbelievable, right? That's what we need to do. All right, there it is. Once it starts dripping all over the place, I'll start mopping it up with the paper towels. As I said, just a total mess. It's everywhere. It's dripping behind the frame rail, but the bulk of it got in the pan with the tin foil. So again, gonna let this drain out and then we'll mop it all up. We got it about 95% clean. You can see there's still some weeping of oil here and there. I'll wipe that up as it leaches out. I did spray, you saw me spray a little bottle. It's just simple green, just to clean it up a little bit, cleaned up the underneath. We're gonna go ahead and fill it up with what I usually use in these engines, which is the Valvoline Race Oil VR1 SEA 30. So we're gonna just go ahead and fill the old crankcase up. All right, oil's filled, everything's tightened down. We need to just put the mower deck back on it and it'll be all set. Just before I do that, let's go ahead and just take a look at the oil. Keep in mind, this oil pan is ridiculously dirty. I've never really cleaned it out, but if we just kind of go like this with the oil a little bit, there is a light sheen to the oil, but it's clear. I can actually see to the bottom of the pan. Actually, you can see there's a piece of poop in the pan. So oil's nice and clean. There is a little bit of a sheen, but let's keep in mind this is the third oil change on a motor that has probably maybe 15 hours on it. I don't even think it has 15 hours on it. It might have only a 10. I didn't run it very long, didn't take it to any shows last year. You know, the season finished off before I could actually take this to any show. So maybe 10 hours on it. So going to get a little bit of shininess in there. The rings are probably still seating a little bit still. So, and it being an aluminum bore, it's to be expected, in my opinion. All right, let's get the mower deck back on it, and mower deck cleaned and back on it, and let's start it back up. All right, have it all greased up and ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and fire up the little Rugg for the first time, or second time actually, for the season, but the first maiden voyage for 2023. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please leave a comment below, and if you could give it a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. If you're going to be in the Northeast area or around the Northeast area, I hope to see you at the local small engine and tractor shows, because this is going to be my show rider for 2023. Outside of the Wheel Horse show, that I have a different tractor for that, but all the local shows here in the Northeast, my little 1965 Rugg carpet cut will be the rider of choice. All right, guys, thank you very much again. Please like, share, and subscribe. Ring the bell if you would like, and click the thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. And until the next project, have a great day.